While I was about to leave the office today, as I was locking the room, I saw towards my left side and there's the door that opens outside. And it was already dark because lights had been put off inside, but outside was no better. It was just 4:30, and what was causing so much of dark? Of course, I was quite curious, and as I went outside, it was stormy, dark, and strong wind was blowing with all the rustling of the leaves. I could see there was intensity and something bigger was about to happen. So I rushed to the biometric punch and started and wanted to exit as soon as possible to reach my car. But of course, the social distancing is necessary considering the situation these days. So I kept walking at a medium pace to ensure that isolation is there. And as soon as I reached into the car, it started downpouring, and it was it was a little bit in the starting. Then as I moved on to around 1 or 2 kilometers, it was heavy, and had I not been in the car, I would have definitely would have to park my bike and take some shelter under some bridge or some other roof which I can find on the way. Now, there is a road which I have talked time and again about, which I call the bird sanctuary road, on which there are not many birds to be found. It runs parallel to a canal that is originating from the Hendon River. That road is like an ideal European road. On the both side, you have got the greenery, green patches, the vista of trees, what you call it, and on the left side of that, there's the drain is flowing. So I guess this has been the source of water for many birds, be it water birds or aerial birds, and that's why there's a reason to for their boom in their numbers. Anyways, as I was passing by driving, there was a straight road and it was heavy downpour. I was struggling to see through my glass pane, and on the other side of road it was converging, and bright yellow light was emanating, and the road was kind of curvy. I mean, at the end of horizon where those edges of roads seemed to converge was the brightest spot, and of course it was enough to rouse the curiosity what it can be. So I started thinking about possibilities that a big vehicle is coming, or Joker with his truck is coming, or some superhero which is approaching towards the scene to ensure the rescue of the civilians. Anyways, I'm no superhero, and it was a really exciting moment because it's all about the setup. Even in the movie, what you feel is how they want you to feel. They make it start raining, there is a climax scene, and there's a conflict of the villain and the hero, and everything is getting destructed, everyone is scared, and no one can take the blows of each other except themselves, the hero as well as the anti-hero. And then as I started approaching, I was wondering whether if there's some CNG car who has caught the fire. Well, there was none of it, and I realized today that the road indeed has been curved a little bit bumpy in the long run, yeah, and then going downwards. I had noticed it for the first time today because it was dark and that yellow thing was seemed like well, I won't call it aurora, a very simple phenomenon. It was on reaching it was not much than a bunch of cars that had been driving in the high beam, and it was quite exciting to see the things. And then the music was being played on the YouTube, and then the thunder song came, and as he was singing thunder was quite literally touching the ground, and it can't be said to be more of a coincidence that the thunder song is being played and outside is all dark, cloudy, misty, eerie, powerful, imagination inciting, and the thunder. And all around I could see my rear view mirror, then in the front of me, then on the side of me. And once, when I was about to reach my home, the thunder blow was so strong that I could feel the vibration coming inside of my car, even it was totally closed, and I could just wonder how strong they are. Anyways, it was an experience, at least for Ghaziabad people who are not so habitual and neither blessed to have that much of rain. And when it does, I never fail to create a short video or two so that I can feel even later what it was like, because every rain scene is quite different, very much discernible flavor, a subtlety if one is ready to feel it, write about it, express it, and connect it to real life situations. So it was a rainy day in the mid of crisis. That's all from my side today. There you go. Bye. Take care.